Hi friends, my name is Vivek Modi and this is my second video on system design. I hope you have liked the previous video. So let's start with this video. In the previous video we have learned the horizontal and vertical scaling with the load balancer. And now let's start from there only. In to the previous video we have checked we have a client server, then we have the server or the backend, and then we have the database. We have seen into the previous one that if we have multiple requests, we need to make multiple servers, right? And then we have in between the load balancers. In between, right? So what it does is it takes the request from the client, multiple client. Into the client we have basically users, right? Then load balancer gives request to multiple servers according to the need, right? So suppose a user came and request for the offer, and this request goes to the server. We can make it green, right? Then server goes to database, do all the things, and send back the response to the server. Then later on it sends to the load balancer, and load balancer sends back to the client or the user, right? But what's the problem over here? Suppose we are building a website like LeetCode, where everyone is looking for a request, which is, so we need a new request, color will be blue. So we have leaderboard request, right? And this leaderboard request goes to, and this is not just one request, multiple users is requesting for the leaderboard, right? And these request has been forwarded to the servers accordingly, according to the load balancer, right? And every server is requesting for the leaderboard data from the database, right? Suppose this request is in millions, so 10 million users are requesting for the leaderboard. Suppose it's a big contest where users are checking their leaderboard. So what will happen? Whenever a user requests for the leaderboard, it goes to the database, then it sends response back to the user, and the database server's spike goes up, right? So like this, quickly. Firstly, it was going like this. Suddenly, a huge amount of users came to check the leaderboard because results has been announced. Then we have the spike. What we can do in this situation? Can we can you guess something? And if you can guess, write down on your comment. Yep, I'm waiting for your comments. Basically, what we are gonna do is we are introducing one more machine over here, which is cache. Right. Whoever answer the cache is right. So instead of directly sending request to the database, what we are gonna do is we are gonna send the request to the cache first, right? So if suppose we are checking the leaderboard and leaderboard request is like slash request and we have the competition name or ID which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once we have the result into the cache, every request will be sent the response from the cache instead of the database. But suppose we have another competition which is slash request slash 7781 because we don't have that into our cache, it will send to the database. Then the cache will be generated into the cache and response goes back to the server. So that's how it works, right? So what is the problem over here and what the problem's called? Over here we have a bottleneck. What is bottleneck? Bottleneck means have you ever seen a bottle like why every bottle is having suppose it's a bottle, don't go on not right. Why this is there? Why we have this? This is called bottle neck, right? Why we are having this? So because whatever liquid we have into the bottle doesn't came together. We have a stoppage over here and it came slowly. So that's how we have over here cache. We don't put everything into the database. So what's the problem? Over here, what's the bottleneck over here? Suppose we have the cache generated at 10 a.m. right? And we have a update at 10:11. So it will give the old data until I didn't refresh the cache, refresh the result into the cache, right? So in this case, we will be needing a fresh data at 10:11 to show the new data, right? So for that, we have what? TTL. What's the full form of TTL? You must be asking. Time to live. So how much time the cache will be there? So we decide that cache will be refreshed and cache will be refreshed in every 10 minutes. So in every 10 minutes, cache will be deleted and every request will go again to the database and then it's get cached and back to the server, right? Are we clear till here? If yes, do hit the like button. And not if you have any doubt, please do comments. And if you like the video, if you like the series, please do subscribe for more videos. Okay, let's move forward. So we have refreshed the cache in every 10 minutes, right? So will this solve our problem? Yes, kind of. Because at 10:10 it will refresh the data and at 10:11 we have the new data. But what's the problem over here? Suppose if we talk about an ML, okay, let's take a new fresh diagram. We have the client, we have the server, and we have the database. And one more thing, we have the cache. So this is our client, this is our server, this is our database, and this is our cache, right? Again, client send request to the server. I'm not drawing load balancer over here. I'm supposing that we have the load balancer. Server sends request to the cache. If cache is having the data, then it will send back response to server. If it's not having the data, it will go to the database, and database can send back to the server response. And before that, we have cache into our cache, right? And we saw that we refresh the cache in 10 minutes, right? This was our working, but what's the problem over here? So suppose we are having, we are building a system for the Amazon, right? And we are refreshing the cache at 12 a.m. But we have big billion day on the next day. That means the offer starts at 12:00 or 01 a.m., right? But the problem is we have removed the cache at 12 a.m. So every request, whatever request we will have, will go to the database. Why? Because we just refreshed the cache and everything. We don't have any data into the cache. Everything goes to the database. Now database is again having a like this till 12 a.m. and 12:01 a.m. it goes like this to the database. And again we are having a high over here, and that becomes a problem and our database might goes down. So what we need to do for the cache? I will teach you this thing into the next class. We have different kind of methods how we can remove the cache and how we can use the old cache. Till then, stay tuned. And if you would like to learn more, go and read about how to handle the cache. And I will teach you otherwise into the next class. I hope you like this video. If yes, to like and subscribe to my channel. And please share the video with your friends who want to learn the system design. Thank you.